Darling Radio, like and subscribe. Darling Radio, like and subscribe.
Babble. Let's get Adonis in here. Let's get Adonis in the building, and let me see this person here. Hassoon 7. I'm gonna let you up because that's a beautiful picture of Dr. Welsing as a young lady. The picture he has is of our great master teacher, Dr. Welsing. That's her when she was young. I have a lot of old pictures of Dr. Welsing. Adonis, and then we'll get Hassan. Adonis, what's up, brother?
Hey, so I was wondering, what advice would you have for Black women that find themselves in these situations with these white men that are beating them and making them do things that, they're not comfortable with, and then they get online and they start posting videos, and then you find tweets of them claiming that Black men are responsible for unaliving them, but the whole time they're crying out for help because of the abuse that these white men are putting them through.
Yeah.
What should they do in that situation?
Great question, family. There's this bed wench, and I think she's a tether. Man, this bed wench was posting videos of Zaddy whooping on her, and that ain't cool. I mean, nobody's advocating that, but Zaddy was putting the smack down, and she's filming it and talking about, oh Lord, he's so abusive, he gonna kill me and my family. And the white man, I mean, he's all on video. She's on the floor in the bathroom, bloodied up. She's showing pictures of her lip all busted. Oh, Lord, I needs help. Lord, I shouldn't live like this. And then you pull up her tweets. It's a whole bunch of black men ain't shit. Y'all niggas is bullet bags. She got a bunch of them we bullet bags. Oh, okay. Okay, we bullet bags, now you a punching bag. And other tweets of us warning sisters about getting beat up, she's under those tweets. Y'all always trying to warn somebody about a white man. The black man be beating up black women too. Leave a white man alone. Okay. All right. Okay. So y'all talk. That's the thing, man. Y'all can't sit up here and do all that bullet bag talk. Y'all get y'all white man, then all of a sudden you think you are sound like, I don't know if y'all think you got some kind of safety net if you're gonna be with Zaddy, if that's some kind of safety net from racism. I don't know what y'all be thinking. But y'all get with Zaddy and start that bullet bag. Y'all be getting shot. I hope y'all bullet bags get shot some more. And then when Zaddy gets upset about you burning up his lasagna, then he started putting the mayo hands on your ass, and then all of a sudden, where the black men over here being a bullet bag? That's what I'm doing. I'm trying not to be a bullet bag. Don't call me. Don't call us. No, it don't work like that. No, no, no. Don't. Who you trying to get sympathy from? You ain't getting no sympathy from white women. Other white men ain't gonna give you no sympathy. You up here posting pictures of your bruises. Who you getting sympathy from? The brothers ain't really giving you no sympathy after we done pull up them tweets. So come on now. Y'all better stop playing that game. Y'all get with people in the dominant society, and then y'all want to talk greasy about black people and the opposite sex who's black. And brothers, I don't like when brothers do that shit too. A lot of tethers do that. Just like the Nigerian dude who unfortunately lost his life with messing with that bunny. He was messing with that damn snow bunny and letting her call him all types of N-words. And she stabbed him up. And then his family's out here trying to get some justice because they wouldn't arrest her initially. And then we pull up tweets of him and his family. And we all types of Akadas. And he was talking about black women being ghetto, and they were going in on us. Him and his family, they were going in on foundational black Americans. Or he got tweets, where the white women at? See, y'all play that game if you want to, thinking that you in because you got a white significant other, man. And when they turn on you, Then you want to come moseying back over here to the black community, like on some eyes of Negro, eyes of Negro. No, go on about your business. Let's get Hassan. Hassan 7.
Oh, hi, Tariq. I'm sorry.
Hey,
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you, dear?
I'm fine. I just want to say one thing, two things, but the first thing that I want to say, I've wanted to say this for a while. And don't laugh, please.
Okay.
Um, Tariq Radio, like and subscribe. That's
Come on.
my jam.
There,
Okay,
there you
that
go.
is my jam. It was so funny. I recorded it, like looped it, and I
Yeah,
play it like a song in my car.
it's
It's
catchy.
my jam. I love that song. But I wanted to add on to your point about black women and just women in general. I'm sorry, black women, just black people in general that date outside of their race. I think that they, in my opinion, have a deep seated self hatred for themselves
Yeah.
because there's too much information out there for you to know how this is going to work out.
Mm,
So it's like, why would you put yourself in a situation like that? And then these are the same ones, like you just said, they're always denigrating, and it's just like another avenue or another opportunity for them to, spew their hate for black people.
right,
You
right.
know, yeah, I don't understand that. I just think
Thank you, dear. Now you know what the problem is, because my thing is, I don't coochie watch. Look, if you ladies, if you find you a white dude who's cool, sometimes you might find somebody who's cool, and y'all just click like that. Yeah, I'm not the coochie police. Knock yourself out. If sometimes you might find somebody who's cool, brothers, you might find a cool white girl who's chill, who gives you a peace of mind. Knock yourself out. I'm not like Umar. I'm not gonna get away from the snow bunnies. No, no. If you meet somebody who's cool, knock yourself out, man. Knock yourself out. Now, if you one of these cats, that's all you date. Now that's something else. Now, if that's all you date, we going somewhere else. Women, if that's all you date are zaddies, now that's something else. Now that's something else. So that's my thing. If you find somebody and then you just happen to click with them, hey, roll with that. But don't get into these interracial relationships and then use them as political statements, because then it gets into racial showcasing. It becomes, hey, look at me, look at me. And that's what happens a lot. Neely Fuller talks about racial showcasing, and a lot of people who get into these interracial relationships, it's all about, look at me. Hey, look at our YouTube channel. We're an interracial family. Look at how we do. Look at our day-to-day lives. And they put up this front, and then there's turmoil behind the scenes. See? Just like Eve, the Eve situation. I did a video the other day talking about Eve and her holiday photo with her zaddy and his family, and it looked real weird with this lily white family, and Eve is the only black person there. And, I didn't denigrate Eve because I love Eve. I like Eve. I think Eve is phenomenal. And I said, um, Eve don't have the same swag she used to have back in the day. She don't have the same swag. Her whole vibe and swag is, she don't have the same sauce, the flavor that she used to have. She don't have it. I saw somebody in the comments, some mammy Bedouin, she was like, well, Tariq just mad because Eve don't act hood no more. She got her a billionaire white man. She ain't got to act hood. Okay, having swag and hood, that's not the same thing. No, let's get something. And this might be a tether talking like that. Having swag and being hood ain't the same thing. You having swag, having flavor, just having a certain style about yourself, a certain aura, a certain sexuality. There was something very provocative about your personality at one point. That's the reason why she um sold so many records. She had a certain flavor to it. It wasn't about being hood. You can have swag and not be hood. Listen, black folks during the Harlem Renaissance, These people had all types of swag. They weren't hood. They dressed to the nines. Yeah. Well, even to this day, you go down to Chicago, go to them stepping shows, and look how fly and fresh those brothers and sisters are dressed up as. They're looking good. They're clean. They got a lot of swag and flavor. They're not acting hood. So yeah, I don't like certain things being synonymous with hood. And I'm not even knocking the hood. Not knocking that whatsoever, but everything ain't hood. You know, everything we do, they try to make it synonymous with ghetto. And it's not. All right, let me get some more calls in here. Ladies and gentlemen, shout out to everybody in the building. Boy, we in here heavy. Boy, these Tariq Nasheed rooms be popping every single night. And this is in the middle of the night. Let me see. Who is this person? Mr. Sensual? Oh, should I have you on here? You just sitting here with your shirt off, brother. Mr. Sensual. What's going on, man? Unmute your microphone, Mr. Sensual. All right, Mr. Sensual, you want to unmute your mic, brother? Explain where the hell you came from. All right, let me get him out of here. Hold on. Get this nigga out of here. How come I can't get you out of here, nigga? I'm trying to get you out of here. Hold on. This nigga Moisture messed up the damn phone app. This nigga made the app act up being moist. This nigga got baby oil on the app, so everything is slipping. This nigga sent baby oil through the damn app. My finger was slipping trying to get his ass out of here. All right, let me get some more people. Let's get Avalite Horseman. Avalite Horseman. Hey, Avalite, how are you, sir?
I'm doing good. I hope you're having a good evening.
I am.
That's good to hear. Blessings to your family. Now, Tariq, I do want to talk about a few things with you. Today's, the woman who got, beat up by her zaddy, very shameful behavior she was exhibiting by insulting her black brothers and calling them bullet bags. But I would like to, and what do you think about that?
Well, I just explained it. So I've already talked about that. Now, Avalite Horseman. Now, where are you from? I hear an accent. Where are you from?
Yes, I am from Djibouti, sir. Tariq, another thing I really want to say is you guys have got to stop scapegoating foreigners. This woman is a black American woman. There's no proof she's a tether. It's just every time something bad happens, you blame the tethers, so-called tethers. It's like Jew blaming, basically anti-Semitic. It's anti-foreigner.
And hold down. Can you prove she's FBA? Prove she's FBA.
Okay, I have a great answer for you. Can you prove she's African? Can you prove she's Caribbean?
There was a couple of people said that this woman is foreign, but I got to look more into it. I got to
Look more into it. It's just look.
Let's be
Halle
very.
Berry is a black American woman. She got whooped by her zaddy. That's a black American woman. You can't deny that. You can't blame it on the tether. She's famous.
Who whooped her?
Zaddy whooped her, Halle Berry. Her zaddy whooped her. And she's not a...
Oh, he did. Zaddy didn't whoop on her. He whooped her in court, but he didn't physically whoop her, from what I understand.
Well, there's plenty of your women getting whooped and beaten by their zaddies. Look, man, stop blaming foreigners. Yeah.
Oh, Lord, boy. I know you ain't pointing the finger, being an East African brother, but not from the females' forced circumcision capital. I know you're not saying that, where y'all force the women into circumcisions, and you're telling us what we do to women? Are we going there?
No, okay, never mind.
Okay, there you go. All right, so slow that down. You don't really want. You really don't want to go there, coming from East Africa. All right, let's not play.
Come on, bro. We have a handle on our women. You guys
don't have a
handle on your women. Your women are wild.
You
They're
got
out
a
here acting.
you got a handle, all right. A belt handle. You dig? A suitcase handle where you be beating them with luggage on your way to the damn
Yeah,
border. Yeah,
they
you got a handle.
definitely deserve it, man. I'm
No, they don't. No, they don't. The women don't deserve that. All right.
oh,
No, get you out of here. That's not cool. You don't whoop on your women. All right. Let's get Haitian fresh, something like that. Haitian somebody. What's up, Mr. Haitian guy? Mr. Haitian somebody.
Hey, well, how y'all doing?
What's
Um,
up, brother? How are you?
I'm doing all right. No, I was just trying to piggyback like where when you guys were asking like where she's from, but she's from Dallas, Texas, and her last name is Lawson. So like pretty much that gives me the idea that she's a Black American. So
Oh, no, because Dallas and Houston, there's a lot of non-FBAs in this.
yeah, I've been to Houston before. There is a lot of like Africans. There's a deep African population over there,
Yep.
but
Lot,
just the name alone just gives me the idea that she's a Black American.
that might be Caribbean though, because Dallas, remember both them John, he was Caribbean, the brother who lost his life to Amber Geiger. So yeah, there's a lot of Caribbeans in Dallas.
True.
Right. So yeah, we don't know for sure, but just the way she was acting and talking, that's what a lot of non-FBA women be sounding like, to be honest. A lot of them be really denigrating black men, caping for zaddy, because a lot of FBA women, a white man ain't no big deal to them. You know what I'm saying? A lot
Yeah.
of FBA women, white dudes been trying to holler at them all the time. Going back to the damn 1600s, they've been trying to holler at foundational Black American women and FBA women when they go out, especially the good looking ones. There's always a damn white man trying to hit on them. So FBA women are used to that. They don't. That's not a prize. They're like, if they get with a white dude, it's like, oh, let me go hit this lick real quick and get this white boy to pay my car note. It's like that. They're gonna hit a lick on his ass and run a play. But a lot of these foreign women, it's a damn worship thing, especially Haiti, because I've been over there to Haiti working on a movie, and I saw how some of them women were acting when I had one of my white cameramen over there. And they were trying to get with his ass heavy. So now, how long you been over here from Haiti, by the way, brother?
No, I wasn't. My mom's from Haiti. I wasn't born in Haiti.
Okay, you were
Um,
born.
I was born in
Oh, really?
Texan Island. Yeah,
Okay. How long you been in the U.S.?
all my life, pretty
Okay.
much. Like
How-
I probably came like I was born in '94. I
Okay.
probably came in like '98, '99. I can't really remember, but I was young. I came in like 4 years old.
Why you got so many flags in your profile, bro?
Oh, I'm all about like African nationality. Like I just love like my African roots. Like I just love everything about Africa or anything African descent. So that's why I have those flags right there.
Got it. How come you ain't over there? That's the thing. Yeah. Not in, that's
Well, you see, like the white man don't f- up our land so bad. Like it's like really we can't do much. So like so like they have a stronghold everywhere around the planet. Like look at certain parts of Africa, like the Congos or South Africa, where the majority black population don't even own 90% of the land. You
mm,
know, so.
all right. All right,
But
bro.
I also wanted to say something like about that same girl. Like if
Yeah.
you go down her timeline, is like you were saying, like if you like meet a white man by chance, one of these Brads just by chance, then okay, it's cool. Like I understand. Like whatever, it just happened, and then you fell in love with him. But it seems like she was going out of her way for a white man. That's what it seemed like to me. You know.
Yeah. And
So.
he's hella abusive. So yeah, it's real crazy. But yeah, but thank you for the call, brother. Yeah, man, that's my thing. If you find somebody you vibe with and you like them, that's cool. Now, there's some situations where you see people you just wanted somebody white. Yeah, y'all see the video clip of the football player. I forgot. I don't know what team he plays for. I forgot, but it was a video of him going viral proposing to his white girlfriend, and yeah, a lot of people felt a certain way about it. And congratulations to him. But man, she's kind of, I don't want to, I'm not a hater, but she was kind of mid, man. All right. But yeah, these dudes will get a mid white girl and roll the red carpet out. They will get them a mid ass white girl. I'm like, damn, you just wanted white. You didn't want no flavor, nothing. But hey, okay. Uh, whatever floats your boat. Again, I'm not the pussy police at all. Let me see. Alexander, hop in, brother.
Hey, what's up with your brother Tariq?
I'm good. How you
I'm doing good, brother. Peace, love, and reparations. Keep doing what you're doing. Hopefully, I can make it to the Rally for Reparations parade if you have one this year. Definitely got to make it over to the museum. But I thought it was really cool that you spoke about that AI that basically cloned itself and basically tried to, sneak over to another server. But it was good on OpenAI for basically coding the AI to basically expose its thoughts while it's thinking, so they could see what it's saying. But I thought it was pretty interesting that most of these AIs, they gauge the intelligence of the person that's speaking to it. So it knows who it can lie to and who it can basically downplay its actions towards. So it's just pretty
doing?
interesting.
Yeah, man, this thing is getting real deep, man, and I can see some potential dangers with these AI programs. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
If
yeah,
they, yeah.
one of the things that was happening, because I own one, I just got awarded a trademark for the word every day when it pertains to artificial intelligence. I got a couple more for like banking and stuff like that. But I plan on launching my own little AI in Black History Month. But I saw this one case where this guy put this local LLM on basically like a shared hotspot. You know how like you can name your hotspot to be like if you're at the airport, call it the Delta Sky Club hotspot and something like that. But anyways, what happened is he named it something like that, and that this AI, what it would do is that it would go inside people's bank accounts whenever they attach to that Wi-Fi network, and it would essentially drain their accounts. And what it was so interesting because how do you know if it was a person or an AI that drained your account it's computer based? It leaves no traces. It's freaking interesting, the stuff that's
Wow.
happening.
Wow. So damn, you got AI out here robbing niggas. That's crazy. That's insane, man. But thank you so much.
Rude work, feel that natural flow. Rude work, stay fresh wherever you go. Rude work, I like the way it feels. Rude work, the magic is so real. Rude work, you need it for work or play. Rude work keeps me fresh throughout the day. Rude work.
Those people who are outwardly upstanding people but are undercover predators,
Are they at that table? Investigation, reduce spending. We don't really have a problem with it.
I'm starting the new year on a sensitive but very important topic, and that is the subject of rape. Now, according to JCF figures, there was a 26% drop in the number of cases reported between January 1st and December 28th, 2024, compared to the previous year. However, that means nothing to the 355 victims who were affected. See, intimate acts of assault is one of those issues where we consistently blame the victim instead of directing our anger and our outrage at the perpetrator. A couple months ago, there was some outrage after a video circulated where some teen boys had filmed themselves allegedly assaulting a young lady. But inevitably, there comes the people who seem to suggest that some way, somehow, whomever suffered this assault must take some blame. Sadly, this is par for the course in a society where we consistently shield pastors from responsibility, we shield teachers from responsibility, we shield many community leaders from responsibility, and so people continually assault not just other members of the community, but assault children and get away with it. So then we can't act surprised when when these teen boys grow up and do the very same thing they see we normalize in our society. This is the result of consistently telling our girls how to dress and not telling our boys how to behave. This is the result of telling girls to be responsible with their bodies while telling boys to do whatever they feel like doing because boys will be boys. This is the result of a cultural double standard in our parenting and in our societal dealings when it comes to gender. And it's coming back to bite us because in a society where we have laws but no enforcement, where we have powerful people who are untouchable, where we have people who are upstanding in the community, so even if they did it, they should be given a chance. In a society such as that, you are bound to have people who deliberately and consistently take advantage of those who are vulnerable because they know they can get away with it. And when you see statistics about sexual assault, those are just the numbers that are reported. Many sexual assault cases go unreported, and of those that are in fact reported and are investigated, there are very few convictions. An article in the Jamaica Observer pointed out that of the over 6,500 rape cases that were reported between 2011 and 2020, less than half of that number were cleared up, according to data from the JCF and Statin. So why am I talking about this now? Well, it was recently discovered that a forum of 70,000 men exists in a private chat room where they are discussing different ways, exchanging ideas about how to assault the women around them. These are their wives, these are their children, these are other family members, these are friends, these are people who they know. They are actively exchanging tactics of how to assault women. And one of the things that I've discovered over the years since I've been online is that many Jamaicans seem to think that none of these things apply to them. Many Jamaicans seem to think that when something happens somewhere, it is in isolation and Jamaica is isolated on its own little island and we don't suffer from these things and these things don't happen here. Very delusional we are. Very naive we are. Because so many cases are happening on our little island that we ignore, that we choose to ignore. And that we not only choose to ignore, but when we do acknowledge them, we excuse them. And in doing so, we have created a space where our girls can't come to us and say, listen, Pastor so-and-so touched me, Uncle so-and-so touched me here, you know, this person so-and-so touched me here and did this to me. We've created a space where our boys cannot come to us and say, Uncle so-and-so touched me, Auntie so-and-so touched me, because of this hypermasculinity, that if something happens to them, they must be manly and take it. We are destroying our society from within. And there are many who want to say, oh, you're bringing your Americanism here and don't bring that there. You're worried about the wrong thing. And you're refusing to acknowledge that your community is being destroyed from within, not an external force, from within. And if you don't start to acknowledge that and start doing something to fix it and getting those people, your pastors, your community leaders, your teachers, the people you revere, if you don't start getting those people who are outwardly upstanding people but are undercover predators, if you don't start getting those people out of your community, you're gonna regret it.
Why have you come this week instead of next week?
Well, I would like to be a man.
Do you have a job to come to?
Well, actually, no. I'm expecting to work and study meanwhile, but I think I will get a job quick with the profession that I possess.
Well, what is that? What do you do?
Plumbing.
Why have you come this week instead of next week, say?
Well, at home, we heard that there was going to be difficulty in obtaining an employment entry into Britain, and we thought that instead of getting through all those difficulties, we'd do it now and get it over and done with, you know, at this time.
Have you a job to go to in England?
No, not particularly.
What sort of job do you want?
Well, I'd like a job with a newspaper firm or with the radio network or something like that. I like journalism.
Did you try and find a job before you left the West Indies? Did you write to people?
No, well, you see, it happened so quickly. I made up my mind just in a hurry, and I had no time to write.
I have a plan.
You have a plan?
Yes.
What is your plan?
Well, my plan generally is to improve the standard of living for my family and myself. And I believe I'll be best able to do it in England.
Darling Radio, like and subscribe. Darling Radio, like and subscribe.
This video explores the question of whether Jamaicans who cross the border and seek asylum in the U.S. can return to their home country. It also provides some information on the asylum process and the challenges faced by Jamaican asylum seekers. Many Jamaicans who flee their country due to persecution or fear of persecution may seek asylum in the United States. Asylum is a form of protection granted by the U.S. government to people who meet the definition of a refugee under U.S. law. To qualify for asylum, one must prove that they have suffered past persecution or have a well-founded fear of future persecution on account of their race, religion, nationality, political opinion, or membership in a particular social group. There are 3 ways of obtaining asylum in the United States: the affirmative process, an asylum merits interview after a positive credible fear determination, or the defensive process. The affirmative process involves submitting an application for asylum to the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, USCIS, within 1 year of arrival in the U.S. The asylum merits interview is for people who were subject to expedited removal and found to have a credible fear of persecution or torture by USCIS or an immigration judge. The defensive process is for people who have been placed in removal proceedings before an immigration judge and claim asylum as a defense against deportation. How does the new circumvention of lawful pathways final rule affect Jamaican asylum seekers? On May 11, 2023, DHS announced the circumvention of lawful pathways final rule, which states that individuals who unlawfully enter the U.S. through its southwest land border or adjacent coastal borders are generally presumed to be ineligible for asylum, unless they can demonstrate an exception to the rule or rebut the presumption. Unaccompanied children are exempt from this presumption. This rule aims to discourage irregular migration and encourage lawful pathways to come to the U.S. However, it also poses a significant barrier for many Jamaican asylum seekers who cross the border without proper documentation or authorization. They may have valid reasons for not applying for protection in a third country they transited through, such as lack of access, safety concerns, or discrimination. They may also face difficulties in proving that they qualify for an exception or rebutting the presumption of ineligibility. Once granted asylum, a person can apply for permanent residence, a green card, after 1 year of being in the U.S. as an asylee. They can also petition for their spouse and unmarried children under 21 years of age to join them in the U.S. Asylees are eligible to work in the U.S. without restrictions and can travel abroad with permission from USCIS. However, traveling back to one's home country may jeopardize their asylum status and their ability to adjust to permanent residence. According to USCIS, returning to one's home country may be considered as evidence that they no longer have a well-founded fear of persecution or that the conditions in their country have changed significantly. This could result in the termination of their asylum status or the denial of their green card application. However, some Jamaican asylum seekers may have compelling reasons to return to Jamaica temporarily, such as visiting sick relatives, attending funerals, or resolving legal matters. In such cases, they must apply for advance parole, a travel document that allows them to re-enter the U.S. before leaving the U.S. They must also be prepared to explain why they need to return to Jamaica and how they will ensure their safety while there. Therefore, Jamaicans who cross the border and seek asylum in the USA should be very cautious about returning to Jamaica, as it could endanger their safety and their legal status in the U.S. What are some of the challenges and risks that Jamaican asylum seekers encounter along the way? Jamaican asylum seekers face many hardships and dangers on their journey to the U.S. Some of them include traveling long distances by land or sea, often with smugglers or traffickers who may exploit, abuse, or abandon them. facing violence, extortion, kidnapping, robbery, or sexual assault by criminal groups or authorities in transit countries. Living in overcrowded and unsanitary conditions in shelters, camps, or detention centers along the border or inside the U.S. Experiencing discrimination, harassment, or hostility from locals or officials based on their nationality, ethnicity, accent, appearance, or sexual orientation. Suffering from physical and mental health problems due to stress, trauma, malnutrition, dehydration, exposure, or lack of medical care. Being separated from their families or loved ones who may still be in danger in Jamaica or elsewhere. Facing uncertainty and delays in their legal process due to backlogs, changes in policies, or lack of representation. Some Jamaicans have found hope and opportunity in the U.S. after obtaining protection from persecution or harm. They have also contributed to their new communities and society through their skills and talents.
For many decades, Jamaicans were actively encouraged by the British government to leave their homes and come to the UK. That open invitation has over time become less and less welcoming. This week, the country awaited the controversial return of citizens, some of whom haven't stepped on Jamaican soil in decades.
These deportations are big news, not just in the UK, but here in Jamaica. And generally, the prevailing view splits into two. The first is, what were they thinking? They knew they could get deported if they committed a crime, but they still did. The second, though, is that particularly for those people who came to the UK when they were children, it seems to be quite a dispassionate, unsympathetic thing to do to people that are far more British than Jamaican.
Rayan Crawford says he came to the UK when he was 12, 22 years ago. He's now staying with his sister, who stayed behind in Jamaica. This is the first day in a country he only has grainy memories of.
I've been with my partner about 14 years. I've been with my partner, we have 2 kids back in the UK. I've got my dad who lives in the UK, and I'm just here.
Do you feel British or Jamaican?
I feel British. I was there from a child. I went to school there. I went to college there. I spent my whole life there. Even my clothes, I have no clothes. I came here with one little plastic bag with 2 pairs of jeans in it. So everything is still in the UK.
Rayan was convicted of burglary 3 years ago and spent 12 months in prison. Since then, he's been fighting his deportation. 2 weeks ago, he was detained, and on Tuesday, his final pleas for mercy fell on deaf ears.
The day of the actual deportation, what happened?
That experience was terrible. I was in a room, I was lying down watching the news. The door flew open, about 10 guys there with shields coming to jump on you, to detain you, to take you. I had to say to them, I'm not resisting, I'm not fighting or anything, it's not necessary.
Rayan is registered disabled. He has a bone disease and inflammatory arthritis that causes him severe pain. He says, though, despite numerous requests, he wasn't able to bring his medication.
I told them I didn't have the medication. Their response, if you didn't have it on you at the time of being detained, then we cannot give it to you. Even if it's life-threatening, we cannot give it to you without getting reports from GP and doctors. I thought I was going to have a heart attack. I was panicking so much. My heart started getting pain in my chest. I thought I was going to have a heart attack or something. You know, even on the plane, I was crying. My back was killing me in so much pain, I was crying.
Some people will say you committed a crime, the government has every right to deport you.
I regret what I've done. I hold up my hand and I regret what I've done. I don't think I'm a danger to the public.
And going forward, what are you going to do?
I don't know what I'm going to do, because there's nothing around here to do. There's no work around here or anything. Even finding somewhere to stay, I don't know how long I can stay here. This is not my house, you know. So even all of that is like, where am I going to go from here?
Last week, Newsnight reported the leak of a draft review into the Windrush scandal. That review recommended that the government should consider ending all deportation of foreign national offenders where they arrived in the UK as children, say before the age of 13. Alternatively, deportation should only be considered in the most severe cases. The tragedy for Rayan is that if that review were to be implemented as a non-violent offender who arrived in Britain aged 12, it's very unlikely he would have been considered for deportation. Many of Tuesday's deportees are now strung out across Kingston in temporary accommodation supplied to them by a charity. Jamaica may be a holiday destination, but the country has its rough sides. Part of the capital is in a state of emergency, and it has an eye-watering murder rate. It's not a place to be with no money or no support.
So this is your new place, right?
Basically where I'm staying at the moment, you know, until I at least sort out what I'm going through.
Rupert was also on Tuesday's flight and once again has an unmistakably British accent. He says he was released with nothing but the clothes on his back. He has no close family, so he's staying with a charity.
So these are the clothes you came onto the flight with?
Yeah, these are the clothes I literally came on the flight with. So I've got them washed so I can put them back on today.
And whose clothes are these?
The person who I'm staying with, because I needed to wash my clothes, so I have to put something on while they're being dried.
And those are all the clothes you have?
That's
just
everything.
These hanging up?
Everything. 1 boxes, 1 pair of socks, a vest, a top, and tracksuit bottoms.
Rupert says he came to the UK when he was 13. He's now 32. In 2016, he was given a custodial sentence after getting into a fight and attacking another man with a wrench. It's his youngest child's birthday today, and he managed to speak to her on the phone.
She says, "Where am I?" Said to her, "Daddy's at college. You know, so when Daddy's finished college, I'll be home. Once I finish college, I won't have to go back to college again." You know, I can't really tell her, yeah, Daddy, I'm not sure if you ever see your dad again, or Daddy's not in the country. She won't know what that means.
Tell me how you're feeling at the moment.
Numb, hurt, wounded. There's a lot of words to go for, but the one at the moment is just numb. You know, there's no sensation, there's no feeling. It's almost as if someone just took everything about your life from you. You just feel empty. There's no other feeling to put to it, just emptiness. You know, my whole family, wife, partner, kids, mum, brother, sister, niece, nephews, cousins, everyone's abroad.
Some people watching this might say, you don't have a British passport, you committed a violent crime, and the British government has every right to deport you.
Yeah, that's everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Like I said, I've done my crime, I've served my time. If I was a British child, it would have finished at me serving my time. But because I'm Jamaican, it's like I'm serving my sentence 3 times over. Like, you can't judge someone based off one mistake.
Despite the leaked Windrush review, Boris Johnson has made it very clear that he wants these foreign criminals out. But many of the people I've spoken to here don't feel foreign, they feel British. Rayan is still positive. He believes that Boris Johnson is a good man, but has been advised badly.
Do you have a message for Boris Johnson?
You know, that's very funny, because somebody asked me, how did you vote in the election just gone? And I said I voted for Boris Johnson. You know, and I think he was a good. I think he was made a good prime minister. He was going to be a good prime minister, but some things need to change. I think some of the law need adjusting and looking at again.
Whatever you think about Rayan and Rupert, whether you think they deserve a second chance or not, they leave 5 young children in the UK without a dad. They'll try to come back, but now they're in Jamaica, that may prove difficult. It's possible they may never come back to Britain again, a country they love and call home.
A woman removed from the United Kingdom for immigration violations was among 29 deportees who arrived in Kingston, Jamaica on Wednesday. The 29 landed at the Norman Manley International Airport aboard a Titan Airlines charter flight. From the airport, they were taken to the Harmon Barracks for processing by the police. Before long, the deportees, some with large bags, began emerging in groups. They all declined to speak with reporters. Oswald Dawkins, the president of the National Organization for Deported Migrants, also turned up at Harmon Barracks. He did not want to appear on camera, but said he was there to support the deportees.
Persons may come down and they need to know to go about getting their birth certificate. Birth certificate is the first piece of document that you need to have, because without that you cannot get a TRN or any other kind of Jamaican ID. So we assist persons in getting that, right? Telling them how to go about getting that. Telling them how to go about getting their TRN, their electoral thing, their ID. Persons will also come down, and as returning residents, they will also need to go and clear their personal property that their family may send down to them. So we also provide information to them along those lines.
Henry Moses was at Harmon Barracks to identify a deportee now in his 40s. He said the man left Jamaica when he was a toddler.
He left there at 5, you know. And his mother died over there, and his grandmother is very shaky, you know. So he realized now that she'll have to take up this responsibility of sheltering him, which she can, but to get him adjusted. And as what I say about other deportees, sometimes it's not all deportees are bad. Some are good, some are bad. You know, when they go over to England, they sometimes hide their identification. So when the cops catch them now, they don't know what country they are from. And they are over there working until one day the Home Office comes down on them. Some of them over there don't get regularized. It's best not to get deported.
About a week and a half, there was an article in the Jamaican Gleaner. And that article, the headline mentioned something about violations. And now when you read the article, all it talked about was the possible crimes are not that the persons who were coming down may or may not have committed. Now I am saying if you're going to print an article, you want to get on both sides. What about violations that may have occurred from the UKN in terms of persons who may have been there when they were certain age, when they went up, and any violations that may have taken place?
Moses was concerned about deportees who had no one to receive them.
Well, it's sad, you know, but thank God for like Father Olong, you know, he has built a lot of shelters all over the place that he can house these people, you know. So there is a place. Okay. And I heard that if you do not have someone to receive you, the Harmon Barracks people will hold on to you and get you into one of these homes. Okay. There's one just up the road, there's one behind the Ministry of Education, they're all over the place.
We are not counselors, but we also provide counseling to those the persons, and also the family members. So in a nutshell, we provide what we call support services.
The reintegration of deportees has long been a concern in Jamaica. Damian Mitchell for the Gleaner Online.
Next, 65 years ago, a ship called the Empire Windrush arrived at Tilbury carrying nearly 500 people from Jamaica to start a whole new life. It was the first large group of West Indian immigrants to arrive after the Second World War. Ruth Banks has the details.
Tilbury sees the arrival of more than 400 happy Jamaicans.
It was the first wave of mass migration from the Caribbean to the UK. A boat full of workers called in from the colonies to plug Britain's post-war labour shortage. Among them, Sam King, whose father had sold 3 cows to pay the £28 and 10 shillings for his passage in hope of a better life.
I know my children would have a better quality of education here than in the West Indies. In the West Indies, even if you are bright, unless your parents have money, you wouldn't have much education.
Sam had served in the RAF during the war and hoped to rejoin the forces. Most of the others came in response to job adverts in Jamaican newspapers. But despite that clear invitation, the reception was hardly warm. The authorities panicked and refused to let them off the ship for 24 hours. Peter Deelan was a member of the crew on board.
There were still arguments going on in Parliament whether or not they were going to let them come off the ship. So although we docked on the 21st, they didn't disembark until the 22nd. And of course by that time there was an entourage of news people, cameras and goodness knows what on the dockside because of all the controversy that was going on.
Back then, the arrival of 500 black immigrants was news.
But there were no black people about. And I have been to some towns in the Midlands, and some children in the forces, of course, want to carry my haversack and things like that just to speak to me. They've never seen a black person.
Did you experience a lot of racism when you first arrived?
I took a man to Stockwell because he was looking for a room to rent, and when we got there, it says, no Irish, no blacks, no dogs. Very hurtful, but it was a blessing. We had to buy property. Today, most of my families own 2 properties. If you have bought a property for $2,500, it's $500,000 now today.
As they arrived here in Tilbury, most of the passengers thought they wouldn't be staying in Britain for all that long. But now, 65 years later, we know that the Windrush generation and their descendants would become an integral part of British life. Ruth Banks, ITV News, Tilbury.
And if you want to find out more about the Windrush and her historic passengers, there are more images and videos of the people involved on our website, itv.com/London. After almost 4...
Because black Americans going to, like, say, we see certain places in Africa, even in the Caribbean, right? They excel, and more than the other.
But
So
have they ever?
Subscribe. Darling Radio, like and subscribe.
What's going on? Let me let everybody know we're live. Y'all hop on through. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know how we get it in this time of night. We're doing the late night tap in. And it is me. It is Tariq. I'm here with you. You here with me. We're ready to get down how we get it in. What's going on, family? Hope you guys had a good day. Why it feels like the end of the week and it's just the beginning of the week. It's the beginning of the week and it feels like a Friday. It's going to be a slow week. But nevertheless, how's everybody doing? We're going to get calls. We're going to get the calls in early because we're going to chop up game with you guys early to see what's on your mind. So if you're ready to chop it up and let me know what's on your mind, y'all start raising your hands and getting in the queue. But before we get started, let me do some shout outs to the family. We got some of the regulars in here. FBA Goddess, I see you. FBA Stoic in the building. Trinity in the building. Crypto in the building. Let me see some more of the regulars. Rhonda in the building. Maroc in the building. Ani in the building. Willie Dynamite in the building. Shout out to you, phenomenal people. Shout out to everybody who's piling on in the room now. We got King Cass raising his hand early. Let's see what Mr. King Cass has to say. What's up, King Cass?
Hey, what's going on? Agent Tariq Nasheed, the FBI agent. What's going on?
Oh, and then what kind of projecting is that? That's projecting, sir.
That you divisive amongst black people and
But
you
that's
separate
projected.
black folks.
But you just projected. That's what agents say. They like to project their agent status.
Ain't nobody paying me. You the one with the big house and Mr. Nasheed.
Oh no, that's tethered jealousy. That's tethered jealousy.
I'm not tethered. I'm not a tether. I'm from your city. I'm from Detroit, brother.
But that's a tether. The way you lying, that sounds like what tethers do, sir. Why you come in lying like that? What's that about? And what's that?
Because I don't understand why you do this so much around with other black people instead of trying to build us up, bro.
Now who do I mess around with?
You attack Africans, you attack Caribbean people, and then if we go back because I've been watching you for 5 or 6 years, ever since you was around with what's his name, the dude you do the Muppet of, the dark skinned dude,
right.
But then you change your tune, bro. Like You start every day, or if I see any FBA like comment anywhere, it's always attacking other black people. And you don't have the same seal amongst white supremacists anymore, man. It always bang on the white boy and all this stuff. Now you banging on black people constantly.
Now, family, do y'all hear this fool in here lying his ass off? I'm letting you get your lie out. Last night, I was crushing about 3-4 white supremacists back to back, right here on this live. So, I mean, when people lie like you're lying, there's a smoke screen there.
But how am I lying, Tyreek? This is every day. If I go look on Twitter right now, FBA is attacking other black people that are non-American. Where does that get us as black people in the United States?
So offended by that?
You said what?
Why are you so offended by that? If you think people are attacking non-FBA people, why are you so?
Because I'm black first. That's all. I've been Pan-African, bro.
Okay,
I've been black.
Okay, you're a tether.
No, I'm not a tether. You were Pan-African, Tyreek. You were Pan-African. What are you talking about? You went over to Africa, went to Zimbabwe.
When have I ever told people to move to Africa? I've never told people to move to Africa, and I've never denounced my lineage here. I've never done that like you tethers do. I've never done that. I've always bigged up my lineage here, and I still shout out the brothers and sisters who's on code in Africa and the Caribbean. I don't have a problem with them. I have no problem with African and Caribbean.
Brother, when Trump first ran and he was running his thing, you were talking about moving to Ghana. We got the video, bro. We got the video talking about, hey, maybe we need to go to Ghana and all that.
Did I move to Ghana?
No, you didn't. You jumped on when ADOS came out. You jumped on.
Shut the hell up then. I didn't move to no damn Ghana. So what the hell are you talking about? I don't flee. How much you got the tape? You ain't got nothing. I ain't moved to nobody's Ghana. I ain't moved nowhere. I stand 10 toes down. Everything I do.
Not attacking Africans and Caribbean people every day, bro.
Nobody attacks anybody. We check tethers who come in here disrespecting. We're not gonna let your fellow tethers come in and disrespect us. Those days are over. That's why I'm saying you come from a tether background, sir.
No, I come from Detroit. I'm born and raised. My folks from Georgia and Alabama, bro.
Oh, dude, you've come.
I'm from the east side.
Come from a tether background, sir. You ain't that damn offended.
I went to Kettering. You took a picture in front of the cake. I went to Kettering.
My cousin went.
You from the east side.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, just because you were born in Detroit don't mean that you have an FBA lineage, sir. You sound like a tether.
No, my folks come from down south, bro.
Because
I'm born to my folks built this country.
But the thing, I don't believe you, to be honest, because tethers lie. Y'all just straight up and down lie. And what Pan-Africanism do you got going on? What
this is
do you got going on?
I'm black first, bro. Wherever we getting attacked at, like white supremacists ain't picking a side. Like, we just gonna mess with these people over here.
You about a bunch of catchphrases. What Pan-Africanist empowerment or anything do you have going on? What do you have going on in Africa or anything, any place else outside the U.S.? What you got going on?
Affiliated with the Shrine of the Black Madonna in Detroit, and we got land and buildings over there in Liberia and Sierra Leone, brother. Like, we ain't just talking about it, we doing it. We keep it Marcus Garvey.
Over there, everybody got a mansion. That's that Prince of Zamunda. When are you? How come you ain't over there with that land? Y'all never over there. How come you're not over there in Africa now, living it up, doing the motherland dream and all? How come you're not over there?
Well, the first thing we got to stop is niggas attacking Africa and niggas saying they Aboriginal. Okay,
that don't matter. That don't matter. How is that stopping your empowerment? How is that stopping you from being a Pan-Africanist and living out your Wakanda dream? How's that stopping you? Why are you not over there? You're here trying to wag your finger to us. You ain't even over there. Come on now.
So saying that doesn't sound like some that a racist European would say, oh, your Wakanda dream and all that, bro.
Yeah, but
you're not
you sound like a Sambo. And people are tired of hearing these tired ass janky lies. People are tired of it. People are tired of people selling Wakanda dreams. You ain't over there and you ain't planning on going over there. So stop wagging your finger at us because we're not sitting up here going along with your Prince of Zamunda hustle. That's dead, man. It's over. Ain't nobody on that right now. And nobody's denigrating African people, your people, because you sound like a tether. I believe you come from an immigrant background, sir.
Bro, half of FBA are Trump supporters, bro. When you go on Twitter and you look at them niggas supporting Trump,
That's
man.
why I don't believe you, because you came in how easy it is for you to lie. That's why I don't believe you have an FBA lineage. You lie too much. You don't have any credibility. So you came in lying, talking about the FBI. Now you're talking about half of FBAs are Trump supporters. There's 43 million foundational Black Americans. They're not Trump supporters. The majority of foundational Black Americans voted Democrat. So you don't even have your lie straight. So I don't believe nothing you say, sir. You don't have any credibility. You're just another lying tether.
No, the way I check African coons just like I check. I don't spare niggas that's. If you an African coon or you
got all the smoke for us, but it's always we're attacking poor little innocent Africans, which we're not. When there are tethers hopping in here denigrating us like the Myron Gaines and all of these people, you're not going to sit here and act like those folks don't exist. There's a whole bunch of Myron Gaines out here who get up with white supremacist groups and denigrate us every single day. We're not supposed to check these people? What you talking about?
Myron Gaines a ass nigga. I don't even align myself with them.
A lot of them are ass niggas. A lot ain't the only one. There's a lot of non-FBA tethers who are just like Myron ass niggas. So what we supposed to do? Just let them be ass niggas and not say nothing?
But that's the same. We got the same over here. When you used to have your show on 5 years ago, we was checking.
We checked them. I check Sambos to their faces. I gave Jesse Lee Peterson a Plantation Celebration Award. I check them in their face. We always check our Sambos here. We're supposed to give them the foreigners some kind of immunity? What you talking about?
I don't believe in giving no immunity, but I'm like a black coon is a black coon. And I understand that somebody would say over in Africa, but niggas be over here. As when I was young, I heard niggas roasting Africans daily, all day. We not gonna act like that wasn't going on, bro.
Wasn't going on.
Niggas calling niggas African booty scratchers and
no, they were calling people African booty scratchers who were FBA. They were saying that to other black folks. They weren't roasting Africans, especially if you went to Kettering. Wasn't no Africans going to Kettering like that. What you talking about?
Man, when people associated Africa with anything, or if you was dark skinned, they were, oh, you African, you dirty and all of if you had an African name.
If you lived on the east side, when were you over there? You grew up. Over there. When did these Africans against the roast?
I'm near the end of my life.
Yeah, so I've come in.
We had Africa. I went to Sudan Curry too. Africa, like that's the point. He just seemed I'm Nigerian. He seemed like he attacking Africans every day.
No, I'm not.
And that's how brothers doing it.
I'm going in on the tether class. If you coming over here saying anything slick, you're going to get the business. That's what it is. That's the new norm. I have zero tolerance for anybody disrespecting a foundational Black American. We've warned people. We've been nice to folks. We've sat here playing kumbaya. Now it's getting bad where these people are getting into elevated positions. Everybody's going to get checked, and it's not a dig at African and Caribbean people. I don't have a problem with African and Caribbean people. I got a lot of love for the African family. I'm still cool with African people. When I went over there to Zimbabwe, I told people, man, they roll the red carpet out for me. When I went to South Africa, they rolled the red carpet out for me. I get a lot of love in Africa. I'm not denigrating them. I get a lot of love in the Caribbean. I might be going back to the Caribbean. I might be going to Jamaica back there pretty soon to take the family. Love Jamaica. I got some Jamaican gangsters that I rock with out there. I've talked about them before. Love Jamaica. The problem is the Sambo class, who are Sambos there, always end up coming over here for some reason, doing the same little undermining Samboing that they did over there. And we are saying, let's pump your brakes on that. That's not going to fly. Yeah. But Kaz, I still think you have a non-FBA background though. I don't believe you. I do not believe you come from the lineage, because people from our lineage, you're not going to be offended by somebody defending our lineage, because I go out of my way to go hard body to defend our lineage, because we get attacked too much, and we've been attacked by these people. If you look at these people's timelines, let's go back to Myron Gaines and the other people around him. Every time we look at what some of these tethers do, you go look at their timelines, you can see they've been on social media for a decade plus, just denigrating us. We just never saw it because we don't really pay attention to these folks. That's the thing. We don't be all up in immigrants' business. We don't be on Haitian people's pages. We don't be on Jamaican people's pages. We don't be on Nigerian. We just don't. We're just indifferent. We don't really pay attention to what they do. But now when we start looking back at some of these people's tweets, when something notable happens, get some kind of notoriety or something happens, and then we start looking back at their tweets, it goes back years of us being all types of akadas and all types of weird stuff they say about us. And we're like, oh, damn, it's been like that? So yeah, we're getting some straightening, as we should. We're definitely getting straightening. And yeah, I don't take kindly to none of that stuff. I'm very protective of the foundation of Black American family, man. We've done too much to help people. See, as a historian, I know history. I know what we have done to help people. That's why I'm very adamant against these people denigrating folks in our culture. Especially, when we start doing the Twitter spaces, and they chilled out because we had to chill these people out. Remember, when we started doing Twitter spaces, we had a lot of people coming over from Clubhouse, and Clubhouse was Tether Central, where they just sat up all day, every day, just talking crap about foundational Black Americans. So they thought they were going to bring that stuff over here, and we said, oh, no, 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 no. Nope. We about to tell everybody about themselves. We're going to do some history lessons in here. All that stuff about people coming in here talking about how ghetto we are and we ain't got no culture. Oh, no, no, no. We're going to slow this down and give some history lessons here. Y'all better understand the Twitter spaces now are very tame to what they were a couple of years ago. A couple of years ago, we were really slicing and dicing and getting some straightening. But we were going in hard body. Now that everybody know what the deal is and there's somewhat of an understanding, people got a little bit of act right. Every now and then, you get some of the tethers coming here barking and whining and woofing, and we still got smoke for that. But that's the new normal. If it's going to be respect, it's going to be respect all across the board. Foundational Black Americans, we show respect to folks, and we expect the same. We don't want to hear people coming over here from third world countries talking about how lazy we are and we ain't got no culture. If you say that, especially around me, you gon' get the business. That's why when I see little videos of people on podcasts saying that stuff, I'll be like, oh my goodness, man. Oh, I wish they say that around me. I be wishing y'all say that to me when I'm there. Because when I go on these podcasts, when I see a lot of these podcasts out here and folks be on there talking crazy, and then when I show up on the podcast, everybody got some damn act right. Yeah, when I show up, oh, it's a whole different vibe. I'm like, where's all that anti-FBA? Where's that? Where are these anti-FBA people? Where they at now? You understand? I play with that at all. None. I don't play with that at all. I have zero tolerance for that. We're not having any kind of disrespect because we foundational Black Americans, we have done so much and we've helped so many people. We've sacrificed to help so many people. And we don't deserve any criticism from none of these folks. And it will get checked. Let me get Brother Sulan in here. Brother Sulan in the building. Sulan, then we get Julius. Excuse me, Sulan, what's up, brother? Sulan?
Hey, good evening. How you doing tonight?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. So my question is, why is there a push to conflate Africans, Caribbeans, and Black Americans into one Black identity?
Yeah.
And how would that concept of the $5 Africa, I said a few times, expose the flaws of Pan Africanism? Because I like calling those Pan Africanists like the guy that just came on stage a $5 African because he went to probably some kind of camp, probably ran by a white institution or probably social media. And then he talks about Africa and defending Africa, and he never been to Africa or know anything about those tribes and none of that over there. So that's why I call him a $5 African.
Yeah, and
Go ahead.
that's a good point, man. Here's the thing with a lot of the $5 Pan-Africanists, man, what we have now. And then they try, well, you was a Pan-Africanist. I've never sat up here and said I'm gonna denounce my citizenship and move to the motherland and all of that. I ain't never said that. Now, I've talked about if some shit went down, we go lay low on some damn James Bond. Yeah, just like the Black Panthers, when it went down, they went other places and laid low. Yeah, I'm talking about that because you never know what goes down. You better have your passport just in case you might have to go lay low. Yeah, that ain't Pan-Africanism. That's thinking as a justice warrior. That's just thinking in the mindset of a justice warrior. I've never said that I'm going to denounce my foundational Black American lineage. I've always given props to brothers and sisters around the world. That doesn't negate our lineage. That doesn't negate that. You know what it is with a lot of these Pan-African cats? They make a little money off that. A lot of these Pan-African cats, they have like a little GoFundMe for some little janky village that they're never building. It's like they got a little building fund. It's like a church. It's the perpetual building fund. And you put a little money on the GoFundMe. We're going to build Plebiscite Village in Liberia. You dig? So they've been working on Plebiscite Village for 20 years. It ain't never popped off. We got all this land here. We got land there. You're never on it. It's never thriving. You're never doing any type of trade. It's all wagging the finger at us for not wanting to be down with the Wakanda program. Yeah. Now you do the ones who are over there, you got some folks who are over there doing some good things. Yeah, they're not wagging the finger. They're just over there doing good things. I do know a couple of brothers over there in Africa getting their paper up. And yeah, they're not over here trying to convert people. They're just getting it in. Yeah, when folks are trying to convert and then denigrate us for not converting, that's somebody trying to hustle. And they need converts so they can skim paper off of. Yeah. Because yeah, my guy just hit me up. Yeah, the Indians and the Chinese are buying up a lot of the land and things over there. So it's the Pan-African hustle ain't really working over there like that no more. And we have a delineation movement. You understand? Because truth be told, again, when we go over there and do business, man, we got to drop off a bag. But the Asians and the Indians come over and just take over. Let's get Julius. Julius,
What's going on, my brother?
how you doing, Julius?
doing quite well, man. I like your stance when it comes down being codified. That's the key
Yes.
to be codified because of, as for right now, we got targets on our backs because of the turnout of this election.
Yes. That's
And you got these white liberals and stuff like that that could jump fence at any given time,
Mhm.
which leave us out stranded because they know proportion of us vote Democrats and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So what you're actually saying is to be strategic warlike plans. You know, you don't want to be out in the open to be like a target, so to speak, but being able to navigate to a safe haven spot, then to be able to regroup. It's like a form of retreat, so to speak.
Right.
So what people got to understand is like the distortion of the history that really denigrate us as a people. You know, I just heard this majority leader in the House of Congress undermining and justifying the Tuskegee experiment that was done on us as a people. She said that the experiment was done on people that was already affected with the disease and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and that's not true.
Right.
So you got black faces up there that advocating for this white supremacist ideology, and it really does us a disservice because it's justifying us being used as um lab mice, so to speak.
Right.
You know,
Hey, thank you so much for the call, brother. Let's get the Black Ranger.
Hey, what's happening? Man, part my wife, man. She in the back. Say what's up to Tariq, baby. Hey, Tariq. She be listening to you, man, all the time, man. We both, man. You a household staple.
Love it. Now, what city you guys in?
We in LA, bro. I'll be at the Hidden History Museum sometime. Then we got a picture together. I was in the Bay in Oakland when them Fed them agents was in there and they started trying to start some.
Oh yeah.
Remember that? Yeah, we was sitting on the same row. But I'm not even talking about all that stuff, man. We go up into each other however we do it naturally, man. But pause. But you know,
Well, what happened, brother? Go ahead.
I like to make sure that we put together some sort of plan for these Republicans when it comes to reparations because California was damn near red, and I think that if they come up with a plan for us to get those reparations in some sort of fashion for a national push for more black people to shift over, they can get black people to vote Republican for the next 100 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Get people really interested in voting, for Republicans so they can be the next state that gets it, and then all over, man. It's just other ethnicities, etc. in America is very beneficial. So that's something I think I'm a really start pushing some content about, and I'm just like to bring that up, see what you think about that.
No doubt. Yeah. Hey man, hey, we're open. We're politically open. We're not married to any party. Anybody talking right, and then they got a bag and they got some tangibles for us. I'm open. And again, I'm seeing what the Trump administration got going on. I'm weighing the pros and cons. There's some things that's looking a little funny, but there's some things that's looking a little good. With the Democrats, nothing was looking good. That's why they crashed and burned. But with Trump and his administration, there's a lot of things that I like what I'm hearing right now. Cleaning up this border situation, I'm all for that. Getting these folks up out of these cities, these illegals. I saw a video where some brothers and sisters were clashing with some of those Venezuelans up in Chicago. Did y'all see that? Yeah, it was on some streets, man. They were clashing with them. So yeah, it's a problem. And Trump got RFK, and RFK is in the administration, and I've spoken with RFK before. Cool guy. Mr. Kennedy is cool guy. We've spoken a few times, and he's going to have RFK really get into the health thing and kind of switch some things around with shots, from what I'm hearing, with chemicals, and I heard something where they're going to stop or kind of make certain corporations cut back on using that high fructose corn syrup and make them use real sugar, because that corn syrup is really, really allegedly doing a lot of damage to us health wise. So people in his administration, they're proposing to stop a lot of the corporate chemical targeting with the foods. I'm for that too. So there's some things that's looking good so far. And, a lot of the stuff they're taking out of the schools that's targeting kids, I'm 100% for that. So they got some things that my ears are perking up to. Let me get FBA Stoic in the building. FBA Stoic in the building. What's up, Mr. Stoic?
Oh, what's good, Tariq? How you doing, bro?
Good, man. What's on you?
Good. I had a question, man. Can we blame FBA brothers and sisters for finessing Camilla out of bag, knowing she had $1 billion budget and she was gonna blow it?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's us all day. Yeah, that's us all. They know what it is. That's an attacking foundational Black Americans, particularly the Black grassroots. That's why they've been attacking the Black grassroots nonstop. They know what the problem was. They know why they failed. Let's get August in here. Mr. August, hop on, sir. Unmute your microphone, Mr. August, if you can. And if not, let me get Ike back up here. Let's get Ike. Mr. August ain't saying nothing. Let's get Ike. Hop in, Ike.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, what's up, Ike?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good, man.
Really just two things. Well, first off, I want to say thank you for having me up. My parents put me on to you in like 2019.
Love it.
My stepdad, I think I told you about this already, because my dad, he told me a couple things growing up, but my stepdad was really the one who enlightened me on what it meant to be like from African American or FBA lineage.
Yeah.
So shout out to him. I have the whole Hidden Colors collection at your house, and I love it. And I also have the Haiti movie.
Yes.
So actually I haven't watched that one yet. I watched all the Hidden Colors, but not the Haiti one. Anyways, my thing is, the reason why I brought that up too is because it's really annoying when people hear, whether they're trolling or not, like they try to act like you're disrespecting any type of people from the diaspora, when in reality, I think people just need to watch the content that you actually make, because you've upped Africa and Black people in general in so many different ways, and people just like to act like you're just hating them.
Right.
I just think that's ignorant.
Right.
Ignorant and in bad faith.
Yes, it is. Real talk. Yeah, I've given so much props to the Caribbean. Hell, I did 1804. That's the preeminent movie. That's the go-to movie about the Haitian Revolution and the history of Haiti. They show that in schools in Haiti. We've done a lot. I've done a lot. So that's why I have zero tolerance for anybody disrespecting us. As much as we've done to help the diaspora, I've had Africans tell me, "Hey, man, we didn't know our history until Hidden Colors." I have people all over Africa tell me this. So yeah, when we go to Africa, when we go to the Caribbean, or when we speak on them, we've always bigged them up. That's why when folks come over with their damn disrespect, no. Yeah, everybody, you're gonna get checked, and there's gonna be some collateral damage, unfortunately. Some feelings are gonna get hurt, but like we said, you better check them before we check them. Let's get Linda in here. Miss Linda, hop on. Linda, you want to unmute your microphone, Linda, or did you not mean to get on? Was it a mistake? All right. I don't think Linda meant to hit that button. So we're going to get some more folks in here. Let's get T Love in here. Let's get T Love. T Love, what's happening, brother?
Hey, I'm a woman. Sorry.
Hey,
I just like Kanye.
Oh, okay. I'm like, okay. I was about to say, I didn't know that was Kanye. So what's going on, T Love?
How are you? I've been watching a lot of this Myron Gaines. I know you're familiar with him. I've listened to you debate him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just wondering, I'm curious if, do you know if anytime soon in the future there will be you going on the podcast? I don't know why Myron and Fresh feel as if they can just toy and tear down the black community like they do. You know, even though I don't disagree with everything they say, I feel like they think that we're just like lowly and they can talk to us any type of way. I'm not like calling for violence, but I don't think he gets enough. He doesn't get enough black people on there to speak educated and shut him down.
Now let me, because they were on a Twitter space and I went in there. It was about 10 of them. I went in there by myself and shut all of them down and embarrassed the hell out of them. I don't really listen to his broadcasts. I'll hear clips here and there when he crashes out on people, up any deep like that. So the question is, why do you listen to him? What are you getting out of listening to him? What do you actually like about what he has to say?
Um, at first, when I first tuned into him, I listened to one of his his business shows because you know I do like to like learn about business and ways to make money and stuff like that. Then I saw one of his shows where he talks to the women, and it's kind of like one of those things where I'm just viewing. I'm getting to see I'm getting to see, and I feel like it's kind of preparing me because Myron speaks for a lot of people. The way he thinks about black people, thinks about black women. This is just, I feel like, oh, okay, well, he's speaking for millions. I'm going to make sure that I'm not going to be one of the ones that he's talking about. Like, I listen to his talking points and I like to debate. So he just likes to talk a lot of debate points that I like to hear because I know he's speaking for a lot of people, including a lot of ignorant black men. Also, I hate to say
Oh,
it, but
oh,
that's why.
what's your background, sis? Where's your family from?
We're from Mississippi.
On both sides?
Well, my mother's from Chicago.
Oh, okay.
My mother's from Chicago,
Your mother's from Chicago. Where's her grandmother's from?
Mississippi.
Okay, so both sides. So everybody's from Mississippi?
Yeah.
Your dad,
Mm-hmm.
did they meet in Mississippi or did they meet in Chicago?
Mississippi.
Okay. All right, interesting. Now, do you have feminist ideologies? Do you consider yourself a feminist?
I do not consider myself a feminist. I believe that man is the head. Men should be leaders. So I'm not a feminist.
But you compared Myron's views to black men. Black men? What black men?
No, I didn't compare. I didn't compare. I don't think all black men think like Myron. I said I know he's speaking for the masses. That's all me. That's all races.
He don't, the foundation of black American men don't rock with Myron. FBA,
No, I know.
yeah,
Hmm.
just to be clear, he's not a representative of black men at all. I mean, not at all. Foundation.
He's not a representative. But when you are when you are fighting in any type of war, the opponent, you like to um sometimes listen to the opponent. If you're, I know he's not speaking for FBA, and I know what I stand for. But when I listen to Myron, and he does have black male fans, he speaks for white listeners. So when I say that he's speaking for certain people, when you're going against somebody, you study them. You know, you seek out their moves
Okay.
to be prepared as a person. So I know he's not speaking for all black men in FBA.
Okay. My man, get Zay in real quick. Zay want to say something. Let's get Zay in here. Zay, what's going on, brother?
Brother Tariq.
What's up, fam?
Man, what's good, bro? I just had like 3 quick questions.
Yeah.
I know you was mentioning bringing the hidden colors back. I wanted to know, could we potentially have a segment on the next hidden colors, kind of highlighting how the relationship between us and the diaspora, how we help them kind of clear all the smoke, so it'll be documented and people can know how we contributed and how they contributed and kind of like settled all that. But my next question was, is it any way we could get? Well, is it any way you could where we can support the hidden history or the hidden colors series, whereas where we can donate or anything like that?
Yeah, when we get ready, when we go into production and all of that, we'll have the crowd fund and all of that stuff. We'll definitely have that so people can get involved. All right. And T Love, somebody just pointed out, not only are you following Myron Gaines, you're following Nick Fuentes. You listen to Nick Fuentes too?
I listen to, yes, I listen to him.
Okay.
But you can listen for several reasons. I'm not listening in agreement with them. I'm not listening to be on their side. Again, that's just like if you play college football or you a boxer, you watch your opponent's films.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I listen to them. I take views from everybody. But if I'm, I don't know where you live, but there's 50, I don't know how many Nick Fuentes and Myron Gaines down in Mississippi with these same talking points. And if I want to prepare myself and get informed on what people have to say to cross them, then yes, I listen.
All right. All right. Well. All right. Well, thank you so much, T. I appreciate you. Yes, I don't know now. I don't know. I don't know. Following Nick Fuentes and look, you're not really basically they just spew white supremacist talking points. They spew. Listen, that's why I'm looking at the sister with concern, like she's getting some kind of great intel. You're not really getting no intel with those guys. They regurgitate the same damn talking points that they've been saying for 30 damn years on the internet. Myron Gaines ain't saying nothing unique. Myron Gaines is saying the same they say on 4chan. He's saying the same stuff they said on Stormfront. He's not saying anything new. These white supremacists use the same talking points. But what about black on black crime? Chicago, black women be ratchet. The Jews are really controlling everything, and white supremacy don't exist. Those 5 things are all of their talking points right there. They don't say nothing else. They just remix those 5 things. Those are the 5 main talking points. That's it. They're not saying anything insightful. They just regurgitate the same garbage over and over again. And what they do now, they've gotten this thing where they've gotten their melanated mascots to do the dirty work for them so that they can hide behind their melanin. So they'll elevate a Myron Gaines or Enrique Torrio, whatever his name is, from the Proud Boys. They'll get these Negro mascots and have them regurgitate, well, Candace Owens, that's another one. They'll have them regurgitate those racist talking points, and the white supremacists can hide and say, hey, look, I didn't say it. I'm not a racist. It's Myron Gaines. He said it. I'm just agreeing with him, but I didn't say it. It's that con game. Sonny, what's up, Sonny?
What's going on? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's up, brother?
What's up? So I kind of just been listening to her peripherally or whatever. I'm gonna play devil's advocate with her. I think she probably does kind of listen to them to kind of like get, different viewpoints or talking points or whatever. But main thing is, did you see that, that little viral video or whatever that went through with that girl getting to a fight on their show with the elevator or something like that?
Yeah, I discussed it last night. Yeah.
It was sickening. And also another thing too, are you going to, and it's kind of off topic a little bit, are you going to do anything else additional as far as like, how you did the hip hop documentary? Are you going to expound upon that? And uh do you think that your hip hop DVD, I guess, pushed the conversation to a different trajectory, if you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it did. It definitely did. Oh, yes, it did. That microphone check ruffled feathers. Yeah, I'm going through litigation with some of the white Hispanic and the white photographers because they're trying to get revenge. So yeah, I'm in litigation with them now. because they're mad because we said that Puerto Ricans didn't create hip hop. So they're trying to do their little behind the scenes sabotage that y'all not even familiar with. So yeah, that ruffled feathers. And also that stopped the conversation of them creating hip hop 50-50. We stopped that. We stopped that conversation. So a lot of these people who have a history of exploiting the culture, they're trying to get revenge on the back end right now. So I might have to even do a documentary about that. Some of the behind the scenes stuff that we're dealing with right now with lawyers and all of that, where they're trying to get revenge.
Hi, I'm Mateo. Do you want to learn about Hidden Heroes? Hidden Heroes from A to Z is a cool book that tells the stories of amazing black heroes you might not know about. You'll meet inventors, you'll meet explorers, and leaders who change the world. It's fun, inspiring, and you can learn so much. Get your copy now at hiddenhistorymuseum.com. Let's discover our hidden heroes together.
That's why I'm looking at the sister with concern, like she's getting some kind of great intel. You're not really getting no intel with those guys. They regurgitate the same damn talking points that they've been saying for 30 damn years on the internet. Myron Gaines ain't saying nothing unique. Myron Gaines is saying the same they say on 4chan. He's saying the same stuff they said on Stormfront. He's not saying anything new. These white supremacists use the same talking points. But what about black on black crime? Chicago, black women be ratchet. The Jews are really controlling everything, and white supremacy don't exist. Those 5 things are all of their talking points right there. They don't say nothing else. They just remix those 5 things. Those are the 5 main talking points. That's it. They're not saying anything insightful. They just regurgitate the same garbage over and over again. And what they do now, they've gotten this thing where they've gotten their melanated mascots to do the dirty work for them so that they can hide behind their melanin. So they'll elevate a Myron Gaines or Enrique Torrio, whatever his name is, from the Proud Boys. They'll get these Negro mascots and have them regurgitate. Well, Candace Owens, that's another one. They'll have them regurgitate those racist talking points, and the white supremacists can hide and say, "Hey, look, I didn't say it. I'm not a racist. It's Myron Gaines. He said it. I'm just agreeing with him, but I didn't say it." It's that con game. Sonny, what's up, Sonny?
What's going on? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's up, brother?
What's up? So I kind of just been listening to her peripherally or whatever. I'm gonna play devil's advocate with her. I think she probably does kind of listen to them to kind of like get, different viewpoints or talking points, whatever. But main thing is, did you see that, that little viral video or whatever that went through with that girl getting to a fight on their show with the elevator or something like that?
Yeah, I discussed it last night. Yeah.
It was sickening. And also another thing too, are you going to, and it's kind of off topic a little bit, are you going to do anything else additional as far as like, how you did the hip hop documentary? Are you going to expound upon that? And do you think that your hip hop DVD, I guess, pushed the conversation to a different trajectory, if you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it did. It definitely did. Oh, yes, it did. That microphone check ruffled feathers. Yeah, I'm going through litigation with some of the white Hispanic and the white photographers because they're trying to get revenge. So yeah, I'm in litigation with them now because they're mad because we said that Puerto Ricans didn't create hip hop. So they're trying to do their little behind the scenes sabotage that y'all not even familiar with. So yeah, that ruffled feathers. And also that stopped the conversation of them creating hip hop 50-50. We stopped that. We stopped that conversation. So a lot of these people who have a history of exploiting the culture, they're trying to get revenge on the back end right now. So I might have to even do a documentary about that. Some of the behind the scenes stuff that we're dealing with right now with lawyers and all of that, where they're trying to get revenge.
Hi, I'm Mateo. Do you want to learn about Hidden Heroes? Hidden Heroes from A to Z is a cool book that tells the stories of amazing black heroes you might not know about. You'll meet inventors, you'll meet explorers, and leaders who change the world. It's fun, inspiring, and you can learn so much. Get your copy now at hiddenhistorymuseum.com. Let's discover our hidden heroes together.
Guys, they regurgitate the same damn talking points that they've been saying for 30 damn years on the internet. Myron Gaines ain't saying nothing unique. Myron Gaines is saying the same they say on 4chan. He's saying the same stuff they said on Stormfront. He's not saying anything new. These white supremacists use the but what about black on black crime? Chicago, black women be ratchet. The Jews are really controlling everything, and white supremacy don't exist. Those 5 things are all of their talking points right there. They don't say nothing else. They just remix those 5 things. Those are the 5 main talking points. That's it. They're not saying anything insightful. They just regurgitate the same garbage over and over again. And what they do now, they've gotten this thing where they've gotten their melanated mascots to do the dirty work for them so that they can hide behind their melanin. So they'll elevate a Myron Gaines or Enrique Torrio, whatever his name is, from the Proud Boys. They'll get these Negro mascots and have them regurgitate, well, Candace Owens, that's another one. They'll have them regurgitate those racist talking points, and the white supremacists can hide and say, hey, look, I didn't say it. I'm not a racist. It's Myron Gaines. He said it. I'm just agreeing with him, but I didn't say it. It's that con game. Sonny, what's up, Sonny?
What's going on? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's up, brother?
What's up? So I kind of just been listening to her peripherally or whatever. I'm gonna play devil's advocate with her. I think she probably does kind of listen to them to kind of like get, different viewpoints or talking points or whatever. But main thing is, did you see that little viral video of whatever that went through with that girl getting to a fight on their show with the elevator or something like that?
Yeah, I discussed it last night. Yeah.
It was sickening. And also another thing too, are you going to, and it's kind of off topic a little bit, are you going to do anything else additional as far as like, how you did the hip hop documentary? Are you going to expound upon that? And do you think that your hip hop DVD, I guess, pushed the conversation to a different trajectory, if you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it did. It definitely did. Oh, yes, it did. That microphone check ruffled feathers. Yeah, I'm going through litigation with some of the white Hispanic and the white photographers because they're trying to get revenge. So yeah, I'm in litigation with them now because they're mad because we said that Puerto Ricans didn't create hip hop. So they're trying to do their little behind the scenes sabotage that y'all not even familiar with. So yeah, that ruffled feathers, and also that stopped the conversation of them creating hip hop 50-50. We stopped that. We stopped that conversation. So a lot of these people who have a history of exploiting the culture, they're trying to get revenge on the back end right now. So I might have to even do a documentary about that. Some of the behind the scenes stuff that we're dealing with right now with lawyers and all of that, where they're trying to get revenge.
Hi, I'm Mateo. Do you want to learn about hidden heroes? Hidden Heroes from A to Z is a cool book that tells the stories of amazing black heroes you might not know about. You'll meet inventors, you'll meet explorers, and leaders who change the world. It's fun, inspiring, and you can learn so much. Get your copy now at hiddenhistorymuseum.com. Let's discover our hidden heroes together.
Subscribe. Darling Radio, like and subscribe.
Let's get John Mitchell. Sean Mitchell. John, are you Haitian with that name? That sounds like a Haitian name. Jean Mitchell.
Tariq, it's Jean-Michel.
Yes, Haitian.
How you doing, brother?
I'm good.
Good. I'm from the UK.
You Haitian or Senegalese?
No, my mum is from French Guyana, actually.
Oh, okay. I knew there was...
Yeah, my granddad's from Martinique, my dad's from Barbados.
Okay.
Probably a couple of years younger than you. Grew up in the UK. It's funny hearing people from the UK calling up with such negative views of Black Americans. Because for me growing up, I mean, obviously I had my Caribbean culture when we were younger. We had the food, the music. But when we reached, our early teen, I'm thinking about me and the kind of guys from my kind of background. Listen, man, everything was about Black America in terms of the music. That golden age of hip hop hit us. My first album was Public Enemy. From listening to Public Enemy, we got to learn about Malcolm X. We read the book. I started to read about the Black Panthers. I read Francis Chris Wilson's book, Eldridge Cleaver. So, I mean, we have people, like guys from my background, we have this completely different view of Black Americans. I mean, we believe, even up to this day, that in terms of the whole diaspora of Black people, I mean, when it came to fighting white supremacy, when it came to uplifting the consciousness of Black people, per capita, Black Americans are kind of like top of the pyramid.
Mm-hmm.
So I just find it weird when I see, and I find some of these people that call up, they're from like Somali backgrounds. And to be honest, Tariq, these guys over here, they hate us too.
Yeah.
They hate us too. They don't like us from our Caribbean background because they see that kind of, when they look at us, they see a bit of you guys in us as well. Because we got, we make sure our haircuts are fine. Yeah, you've been over here.
Oh yeah.
Our haircuts are fresh. We dress well. The chicks are involved in us. Like we have that kind of swagger as well about ourselves, and they don't have it. So that same vitriol they have towards you, they have towards us too. And we ride with Black Americans too. So never get it twisted that it's all people. That.
Yes.
Don't get it twisted that it's most of these guys that representing us. They don't represent us, bro. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say, really.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right. There's Brother Jean. But yeah, I rock with the UK family. I rock with the UK. And some rappers out there I like. There was a sister out there. I was a big fan of hers, Lady LaSure. I like her. I think she's Caribbean, but she had a series called Queen Speech. So I like her. I like her stuff. And there was another brother that I would hear on the pirate radios out there, Rospec something. It was where my UK people? It was a dude named Rospec Badagembe, something like that. I forgot what the last name was, but he had some hot stuff out there when I was out there. And my guy Akala, we know about him. Akala, he was in one of my movies. So yeah, I rock with the UK fam. I rock with them. Let's get Sister Brooke in the building. Let's get Miss Brooke in the building. Miss Brooke, hop in, dear. Brooke. Miss Brooke. All right, we're going to get Brooke back in a minute. We're going to get Brooke back in a minute. Not hearing nothing from Brooke yet. And shout out to everybody in here, man. While y'all in here, man, we're going to get some more calls. And while I'm talking, everybody go to hiddenhistorymuseum.com and make a contribution to the Hidden History Museum and also get the book Hidden Heroes from A to Z. That'd be great. Let's get Path of Just. Path of Just. All right. And then let's get Onyx Myths after Path of Just. Onyx or Path, either one of you guys.
Hey, this is Path.
What's up, Path?
Hey, thank you, Tariq, for all your continued work and fan for everybody putting in there. I just like to say that peremptory stuff every time because y'all are doing great work. So much blessings. Really, I just want to call just to put my 2 cents in. I think for another documentary series, it'd be great if we could, instead of but as far as the family supporting, instead of doing another Hidden Colors, just make it explicitly about Foundation Black Americans and make that like its own anthology, because we're going to not only continue to get attacked, but a lot of that history we just don't know. Like a lot of our people, a lot of us had parents and grandparents that talked about the American indigenous population that we were related to, but a lot of us didn't believe that until we started looking more into it. So we got ethnogenesis, and then our cities we started, the culture we started, the inventions, the famous Black women alike, all those that could be different parts of an opus almost regarding Black American freedmen history. So I just want to put my 2 cents in. But again, thank you, Tariq, specifically, but everybody else for everything that y'all have contributed.
I'd rather appreciate it. But yeah, I think we're going to do a Hidden Colors because the Hidden Colors brand, the Hidden Colors, it's a brand. It's a very popular brand, and a lot of people are requesting it, and people are talking about it, and that will get a lot of publicity. We do another Hidden Colors, that's going to be through the roof because we haven't done one in over 5 years. We haven't done one in over 5 years. The last one was 2019, and people miss it. And we need it now more than any time because now they're trying to take a lot of our history out of the schools. So we need that. So the next Hidden Colors, that's gonna go through the damn roof. That's gonna be a monster. So, we want to make sure we do it right. Let's get Onyx in here.
Hey, Tariq.
What's up?
Nothing much. I think when it comes to the current times, what we're dealing with is we're dealing with basically two extremes. The way that the Biden administration were handling the border, the way they were handling, the inflation, they let a lot of stuff just happen. And I don't see how anybody cannot see that we were going to get buried under every single ethnic group who were just going to share the same anti-black sentiment. That would have made the problem 7 times worse. Now, down the right side of the angle of that one, what's going to happen is they're going to basically try to deport basically as many people as possible, and the attack is going to be coming from one direction. Because I remember when you said during the Biden administration, when he first got in office, it's going to be 7 times worse, and I'll be damned if that wasn't a prophecy in motion. But yeah, I think that, during the right side, we're going to have to worry, just not worry, but what I'm saying, prepare from any kind of nonsense kicking out from them, since they will feel emboldened, and we just have to be more tight knit and have more of a malicious style disposition.
Absolutely. And that was always my position. Listen, I've always said this. I've said this all the time. When the Democrats are in office, we have to deal with more stuff. See, when the Republicans are in office, all we have to do is deal with the white supremacists. That's cool. I don't mind just dealing with them. We got to deal with just the white supremacists. And when we have to deal with the white supremacists directly, that makes us more on code. We get more codified when we have to deal directly with the white supremacists. We start getting things done because there's no room for confusion. The problem is when we get with the Democrats and they get in power, they start confusing us because they come in acting nice. They come in hugging with catfish nuggets. They come around every 4 years pushing a fake kumbaya ideology like, oh, we all one minority coalition. And these other minority groups are just as hostile as the white supremacists. And we learned it the hard way. So when the Democrats are in office, we got to deal with white supremacy still, but then we got to deal with the Viveks and the Dinesh D'Souza's, some of the East Indian hate against us. Then we got to deal with the Asian hate against us. Then we got to deal with the white LGBT, their hate that they spread against us. We have to deal with the white Hispanics with a lot of anti-blackness that comes from them. And then what they do, they get elevated and then try to take over our history. Not only do we get anti-blackness from them, they get into tethering onto our history. So we have so many hostilities to deal with when we're dealing with the Democrats. Yeah. So I'm glad they crash and burn. Let's get Brooke in the building. Miss Brooke, do you got your phone together there? Miss Brooke? Yes, ma'am. How are you, Brooke? I am good. What's going on here? Yeah. Right. Yes, real good point. They're saying black folks be falling out with each other over these damn political parties. Black folks be up here holding grudges with folks and it just going all the way left. And these people be sitting up here married to each other from different political parties. Yeah. Let's get the Woolar. The Woolar. Let's get the Woolar. Mr. Woolar, hop in. The Woolar. What's going on, Woolar? Oh, Dinesh's people. Oh, Woolar is doing some customer service in between lives. He's handling a customer service issue. Hello, welcome to AT&T. Can you give me your cell phone number? When was the last time you paid your bill? Okay, you want to know about your rollover minutes? Well, you have over $1,500 in text messages. You were texting the names I see, Pookie and Ray Ray. I don't know how many Hanya. All right, I'm not waiting on you. I'm getting some more people on here. All right, let's get some more folks in here. Damn, now I'm about to wait on you. The hell does this look like? Wait on you. Like I'm in a damn drive-through at El Pollo Loco. Can you pull over to the front, please? Pull over there in parking space 2. We're gonna bring it out there to you. No, thank you. No, thank you. All right. I don't want to pull up. All right. Let's get what's his brother's name? Ku Klux Klan. What's up, Zay? What's going on with it, brother Zay? What's up, Zay?
What's going on?
What's happening with you, man?
Out here, Dallas, Texas, chilling. But
Uh,
I
Relax, but go ahead. What's on your mind, man?
you said what?
Go ahead. You sound very relaxed and sultry right now, but what's on your mind?
Um, Actually, I have a problem with the FBA movement.
Why is that?
Um, as a FBA myself, I don't really like where I think the movement is heading. And I could be wrong, and you could correct me, but from my perspective, I think we have certain FBAs that are latching onto the movement and using it to punch down on other minorities.
Well, hell, you got people who do that anyway, right?
What do you mean?
Hell, people just do that, period. You're going to have that. You're going to have people who's going to stand on business. You're going to have people that's going to be trolls. Within our lineage and ethnic group, you're going to have all types of different people do all types of different things. So it doesn't have anything to do with our lineage, though. Our lineage is still our lineage, right?
Yeah, I support that, but like you remember when you was on tax season, I think in 2017,
Yeah.
and you told them that you was going to do the documentary about Raymond Washington,
Yeah, I was thinking about doing that. Yeah.
and so you're familiar that Raymond Washington started the organization, and then when it started going a certain way, he kind of like went away from it. That's what I just like. I support the movement, but I don't know. And I could be wrong, but I just think that some a large percentage of the members are kind of straying away from the actual point of what it's supposed to be.
Members. How do you become a member of a lineage?
Real the supporters, like I mean, we could both agree that there are FBAs like that are technically qualify as being part of the lineage, but they don't really support the movement. Like, can we agree about that?
I don't know. What do you mean? I don't know what you're saying. I don't understand that.
Like there are FBAs who are not really rocking with the movement.
Yeah, yeah.
So what I'm saying is there are people who are rocking with